Yes, in about 3 minutes we're going to start, and in about 3 minutes we're going to talk about this. Does your government have an economic plan? If you are living in the Caribbean, if you are living on an island in the Eastern Caribbean, Dutch Caribbean, this question might be very interesting for you in the next COVID pandemic, in the current COVID pandemic. So, do you have an economic plan or not? Does your government have an economic plan? Or is the government not leading the country? So, if you're listening to this, come in, and it will be only 5 minutes. I plan to have a 5-minute show today to show you something very important that I have just done today, and it is especially about this topic. Does your government have an economic plan? Living in the Caribbean, trying to survive the COVID pandemic. So what is it? What is the state of affairs in your island? Come in. We're just starting in 1.5 minutes. So how do you like this? How do you like this new topic here? The new way we present our topic. Do you like it? If you like it, just put it into the comments below. I appreciate it. If you have anything to improve, anything to say to me to improve the show, just add it in the comments. But I will be talking about this topic in about 1 minute before the show starts. Coming, and you will see what we have today. Does your government have an economic plan? And I'm going to show you a government that has an economic plan for sure. So, 5 minutes to go, 30 seconds to go, till live. So let's see. Come in. Did I put my makeup on? Data Analysis and Policy Show. Today, going on in 3 seconds. So, welcome to the Data Analysis and Policy Show, the show where we talk to you about how to turn data into analysis so that you can create the right policy. And today, the topic is, does your government have an economic plan? I just had quite an interesting meeting with a very important guest, and the guest is the Minister of Economic Development of Curacao. I just interviewed him 1 hour. We asked a lot of questions, and guess what? He presented his vision. This minister has just gone into office. He was already in office, but now he went back into office. And the first question I asked him is, Minister, why would somebody want to become Minister of Economic Affairs in these times, while we have the Corona pandemic crisis, recession in Curacao, projection of gross domestic product to decrease by maybe 15%, unemployment going up maybe 60%, the global recession, depression heading us, Europe decreasing with maybe 15%, Canada -7%, United States big decrease in economic activity. Why would you do that? And he presented his plan. So he has an economic plan, and let me show you. I will share my screen to show you where he has his plan. So let me start a countdown because we have about 5 minutes. So we start the countdown. So let me show you what he talked about, and you can watch this whole episode, the episode where I interviewed the minister. You can watch it here. So let me share my screen, and when I share my screen, I will go to this website. So the website is facebook.com/Dutch Caribbean Economists. And as you know, I was one of the past presidents of the Dutch Caribbean Economists, Association of Dutch Caribbean Economists, and I had the honor to present that. Now, you see the minister on top, and then you see one of his sheets where he presented, basically, let me take this thing out, because I don't want to see this. So he presented his plan, and this is one of the sheets about his economic development potential of Curacao. So I have to tell you, I always like seeing ministers having a vision. The second thing I love seeing them putting figures and putting their targets in there. Because if you have been following me, I have created 10 macroeconomic models for the Eastern Caribbean and the Dutch Caribbean, Curacao and St. Martin. Right now we are in the Caribbean Strategic Board room, which is a program, 8-week program. It is closed right now. Doors are closed, but we inside are working on the economies of Barbados, Belize, Micronesia, Turks and Caicos, and Jamaica. We are working on those economies. And then one of the things I teach my students is to always have targets. You should have targets on your dashboard. Target for gross domestic product, target for employment, target for the economic impact of your plans, target for taxes. So what you see here is the minister is already having a target. He says that we need about 1.2 billion guilders, and $1 is 178. So if you divide that by 1.78, you would notice how much that is. Let me divide it by you for you calculation. So it is 1 divided with 178 to just give you in dollars. So he says we need $674 million in investments. So about half, let's say half, is semi-public and public, and the other half is private sector. So that's what he is actually saying. And this is a target. He puts these targets between 21, and I cannot see the screen there, but he puts this target. And he also says it will create 5,000 new jobs. And the GDP will be growing by 16.2%. Now, this is great. Why? Because we have a macroeconomic model. If the minister says these kind of targets, we can put these macroeconomic targets in our economic model and see what will happen if we put 1.2 billion guilders, or $674 million US dollars. We put them as investments into the economy. How many jobs? And how many jobs will be created? And we can verify if this 5,000 is okay or realistic or not. The second thing is, if we put 1.2 billion guilders, or $674 million into the economy of Curacao, will the GDP, the gross domestic product, grow by 16.2%? Now, I have to tell you that I did an economic analysis, not of these indicators, but in the past I did an economic analysis, and I saw that to reach unemployment of 5%, right now the unemployment in 2019 was 21.2% for Curacao. To reach unemployment of 5%, which is the natural unemployment for Curacao, we need to grow the Curacao economy, the exports, by 20% till 2030. So from 2020 till 2030, I calculated that we need to grow at least 20% year over year growth with the exports to be able to reach that target. So you see here how an economic model can help you. But I love this target. I love this that he put his economic vision there. He quantified it, and he also have a plan. He put some faces in there. So go watch this episode. If you are one of the following of followers of me on my Facebook live program, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, I encourage you to follow this presentation and give me your comments. And the presentation is facebook.com/Dutch Caribbean Economist. And then tell me what you think about it. Now, I'm going to finish. If you want to stay in contact with me, look at this. Hey, stay connected with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. So, I'm finishing. Today we talked about, does your government have an economic plan? So, if you want to contribute to me, I would like thumbs up on this page, and also subscribe on YouTube, and also make sure you follow me on LinkedIn. You can see over there and over there where you can contact me. But I have something special for you. If you want to start analyzing your economy in the Caribbean, if it is the Dominican Republic, Trinidad and Tobago, if it is any other island in the Caribbean, okay, I want you, Haiti. If it is any other island in the world, there are 58 islands in the world. Don't do Barbados, Turks and Caicos, Jamaica, and Micronesia and Belize, because we're already creating those macroeconomic models. But if you want to create a macroeconomic model and an analysis, you need these 54 indicators, because once you look at these 54 indicators, you gather those 54 indicators, you can be creating your macroeconomic analysis. Those are the only 54 variables that you need. Focus on them, and then you can create your analytical framework and analyze the economies. So I created a golden cheat sheet, secret cheat sheet. I only share this cheat sheet with my community, the people who want to join. So how do you get it? Go to www.kalmera.net/waitlist, and you will be waiting, and you will be the first one to get a notification as soon as my program, Caribbean Strategic Boardroom for High Achievers in the Caribbean, when it opens again. Doors are closed right now, but I will give you this cheat sheet for just waiting. So that's it for today. See you next time on Friday, same time, same place. Go get that cheat sheet. See you next time. Bye.